Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a topic that I thought I would throw my 3 cents in after, why is that not muted? After watching, or somebody sent me a message saying, hey, there's this whole faggotry going on in the Call of Duty community with some billionaire, and someone said the N-word, and someone's doing this, and someone's doing that, and every time I hear this, I get really excited because I love to see controversy, but it makes me so sad, the fact that people on the internet that talk over games. And speaking of which, look at this footage. I swear to God, this is the only reason why I'm doing footage, because I want you guys to see me destroy people with the Grim Reaper. I think I got like 10 kills with it, which is amazing, playing here with Marcus and Colbert. Pretty good team deathmatch. But back to the point, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you guys, well, not you, but the guys who are having a big bitch at each other, or whatever, you upload videos of you playing Call of Duty on the internet. Why do we need to have this stupid, infantile shit all the time? I don't know, it's ridiculous, it's stupid. Just have fun, that's what it's about for me anyway. But anyway, the Billionaire Challenge I think is a complete waste of time. I don't have that much of an opinion on it, didn't watch it, don't want to watch it, don't care. But here is the, like, I watched the end to see who won. So I didn't watch the whole 2 hours of the shit. And then I realised that the screens... So for those of you who don't know, people got over there to play fucking Call of Duty or whatever for 10 grand. And people got over there, and the screens are all system link, as you would expect from some tournament like this. And the screens were positioned next to each other. Thus is the first indication that this is a whole crock of shit. Slammed the video off, didn't even care. But X-Jaws ended up winning it, which I don't care. Good on him. If he wants 10 grand, and everyone says he's greedy and all this kind of stuff. Look, if you were 17 years old or 18 or even 25 and you had all this money thrown at you, you would do the same thing. I'm not defending the guy, but for Christ's sake, get a grip, people. And that's another topic we'll cover later on. And then someone sent me a message saying, hey, you should go and watch Painkiller Already, 61, I think it was. I had to... He gave me a timestamp, thank God, because I was sure as hell wasn't going to watch all that crap. I ended up watching a little bit of the N-word part, and I watched the whole where they. I mean, this is a recurring. I watched another Painkiller Already episode. Actually, it was the one where they did the giveaways, and it seems that every time Hutch is on there, he gets abused to fuck. Now, I don't like. I'm not going to say I don't like Hutch, but as documented in many videos, I don't like the impact that he's had on the Call of Duty games, on the Call of Duty, community. I really hate that word. So I don't like. It's not. I don't like him personally, but. For the impact that I think that he's had. He may or may not have, but I think he's had such a huge impact on the way kids and that play Call of Duty, so that's why I'm tentative towards him. But after watching these 2 episodes of Painkiller Already, wow, the man has got my respect. He held his own, and he did a great job doing it, and it was amazing, because I'm not a big fan of Wings of Redemption or Woody's Gamer Tag or the other guy. I think the other guy was FPS Russia, I don't know. And people said, do I like FPS Russia? I like FPS Russia, but I don't like the guy who plays him, if that makes sense. But, the N-word, I'm going to say the N-word in a minute, so for those of you who are offended, like the N-word, obviously, the word nigger, obviously, in Australia, it doesn't have as much impact in North America and that, so, look, the nigger word is simple. Just don't say it. Just don't say it. I know I've said it, but I've said it just because people will say, whatever. So I said it to illustrate the purpose. It's just a word you don't say. Faggot is that could be up there as well, but, the N-word, definitely a word, and they're talking about whether it's an A on the end or an ER. I've never heard that before, obviously, because it doesn't have as much impact over here. But, just don't say it. It's that simple. Because controversy will follow you. And then the next thing I want to get in, I tried to do a video of this last night, but it was too late at night, and I just got home from Sydney, so I didn't bother, was that they were all having a go at Hutch on Painkiller Already, because... Hutch's word is so strong in the community that if he was to say something bad about Wings of Redemption or Woody's Gamer Tag or anything like that, then their views would drop, because Hutch has such a huge pull, and they would make less money. And they were all bitching about this for like 40 minutes, and it got me to thinking, well, if you're that petrified and you're that worried, and the main basis was because since obviously I'm a machinima or YouTube or whatever you do, you are per it's revenue, so you could go from making $1 in one day to making $400 the next day, to $1,000 in a month, to then $100 a month. And if your viewership decreases, then obviously you'll lose money. And then because Hutch is working for Machinima, obviously he makes a flat rate or a flat wage every week or every fortnight or wherever it works over in the States. So they were saying, well, you haven't got to put up with you haven't got to put up with losing money if you lose views. And that got me to thinking, well, if you're that petrified and paranoid about losing money and losing views, then go outside and write a resume. And I'm not being sarcastic or being a dick here. I'm being quite serious. If this is Professor Kieran's words of wisdom. If you're that worried, then go and get a job. Like a regular job, like working at McDonald's or a lawyer or dirty jobs with Mike Rowe. There's some jobs that a lot of people don't want to do. Go and get one of them. And that brings me to my other point that I mentioned in another video. People have quit their jobs and their school and their education and just to do Call of Duty on the internet. It's nonsensical. So if you're that worried about it, guys, go and get a job. It's quite simple because this will not last forever. I can guarantee you that. And if you're making enough money to live off this, then great. But if you're that worried, then it's time to go out and get a quote-unquote real job. So I'll leave it with you. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Have a good one. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Au revoir.